Hey there, fellow Africans and global citizens. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of trade, specifically in the Southern African Development Community, or SADC. Imagine a future where African nations are trading more with each other, building up their economies and creating jobs. That's the dream, right? Now, the reality is a bit more complicated. SADC, made up of 16 countries in Southern Africa, has been working towards this goal for decades, but progress has been slow. Right now, only about 18% of trade in the region actually happens between SADC countries. That's like going to a buffet with your friends, and only eating from your own plate. There are huge opportunities to boost trade within SADC. Think about it. We have diverse resources from minerals to agricultural products. We have a growing consumer market, and we have the potential to create regional value chains where goods are produced and traded within Africa. So, what's holding us back? Well, there are a few hurdles, things like outdated infrastructure, complicated trade regulations, and a lack of access to finance for businesses. But hey, every problem is an opportunity in disguise, right? Let's explore some specific examples of how SADC countries can trade more effectively with each other. Let's talk chicken. Not the funny kind, but the kind you eat. South Africa, the economic powerhouse of SADC, imports a lot of its chicken, especially from Brazil. Now imagine if countries like Botswana, Tanzania, and Zambia could step up their poultry game. They could supply South Africa and other SADC nations with delicious, locally sourced chicken. Botswana, known for its beef, could definitely diversify into poultry. Tanzania has a large and growing poultry industry that could benefit from access to new markets. And Zambia, with its agricultural potential, could become a major chicken exporter in the region. But hold your horses, or chickens. There are challenges. These countries need investment in things like modern poultry farms, cold storage facilities, and transportation networks. They also need to make sure their chicken meets the quality and safety standards of importing countries. Next up, let's head over to Mozambique. This beautiful coastal nation imports a lot of wheat, mostly used for bread and other baked goods. The problem? Most of it comes from faraway places like Russia and Ukraine. Remember what happens when global supply chains get disrupted? Bread prices skyrocket. But what if Mozambique could grow more of its own wheat? There's definitely potential. Some regions have suitable land and climate for wheat production. With the right investment in irrigation, technology, and farmer training, Mozambique could reduce its reliance on expensive imports and support local farmers. Of course, it's not as simple as planting some seeds and hoping for the best. Mozambique needs to invest in research to develop wheat varieties that can thrive in its climate. It also needs to address challenges like limited access to markets for small-scale farmers. Section 4. Malawi's cereal conundrum. Can Tanzania fill the bowl? Now let's zoom in on Malawi, a country known as the warm heart of Africa. Malawi faces food security challenges and relies heavily on cereal imports, especially maize. This dependence on imports can be risky, especially with fluctuating global prices and climate change affecting harvests. Here's where Tanzania comes in. Tanzania is a major producer of maize and other cereals. It has the potential to export more of its surplus to neighboring countries, like Malawi. This would be a win-win situation. Malawi would get a more reliable and affordable source of cereals, while Tanzania would earn valuable export revenue. But wait, there's more. By working together, Malawi and Tanzania could also share knowledge and best practices in agriculture. Tanzania could help Malawi improve its own maize production, boosting its food security in the long run. Section 5. Rice. From India to Malawi, can Tanzania and Madagascar step up? Rice, baby. It's a staple food in many African countries, including Malawi. But guess what? Malawi imports a significant portion of its rice from India, halfway across the world. Now imagine if Malawi could source more of its rice from within Africa. That's where Tanzania and Madagascar come into play. Tanzania has made impressive strides in rice production and has the potential to become a major rice exporter in the region. Madagascar, known as the Island of Rice, also has a long history of rice cultivation. By importing rice from these SADC neighbors, Malawi could reduce its reliance on distant suppliers, support regional trade, and maybe even get its hands on some delicious new rice varieties. It's time to diversify those dinner plates.